42 years is a long time to know nothing about your past, but this woman named Holly has just learned about hers, and it's gruesome. Amber Cogliano with details on the parents she never knew because of the terrible fate they encountered when she was just a baby.
42 years ago, Tina and Dean Clouse and their infant daughter Holly vanished without a trace.
The year was 1980, and that was the last time their families ever heard from them. Tina, Dean, and baby Holly had simply disappeared. Where were they? Were they even alive? Nobody knew.
3 months later, the bodies of a man and woman were discovered, badly beaten and dumped in the woods outside Houston. The man was bound and gagged. The woman had been strangled. They were never identified until now, using modern DNA technology.
They did have some remains that have been kept aside. We took pieces of those and extracted DNA from them.
What did you find?
What we found was the people that they were related to. And so I picked up the phone and called someone that we knew was related to these victims and asked them if they had ever had missing family members. And they immediately said yes.
After all these years, the mystery of what happened to Tina and Dean was finally resolved. But what about baby Holly? Could she still be alive? This week, we finally know the astonishing truth.
I'm excited to announce that baby Holly has been located alive and well.
And here she is, now 42 years old and living in Oklahoma. She's a mom of 5 kids and, can you believe it? She's also a grandmother.
What happened to baby Holly is still being pieced together. It seems that the people who killed her parents spared her life and brought her to Arizona, where they abandoned her on the steps of a church. A loving family who belonged to the church took Holly in and raised her as their own, not knowing her parents had been slain.
So, who killed Tina and Dean? And who left baby Holly at the church?
2 women who identified themselves as members of a nomadic religious group brought Holly to the church. They were wearing white robes and they were barefoot. They indicated the beliefs of their religion included the separation of male and female members, practicing vegetarian habits, and not using or wearing leather goods.
Holly's grandmother and aunt say they can't believe after all these years, Holly has been found.
We haven't slept a good night's sleep in 42 years until we found out Holly is alive. She's okay. And I was able to go home the other night after they told us, and I slept all night. First time in 42 years.
The investigation into Tina and Dean's murders continues, but at least baby Holly is alive.
It's a gift from heaven.
Holly has met her biological family virtually and is planning to meet them in person soon. Investigators are still working that murder investigation into her parents. Anyone with information is asked to contact the Texas Attorney General's Cold Case Unit.